Some retailers are struggling to come up with exact change for cash-paying customers now that the penny is no longer in production by the U.S. Mint. In fact, just last night right here at 5, we told you how McDonald's is rounding to the nearest 5 cents for change when it comes to people who pay with cash if they don't have enough pennies. So we're bringing back our financial expert, Chris Mediate of Mediate Financial, to make sense of this current situation. Has a lot of us asking questions, so we're going to ask you. We had retailers like Giant Eagle and McDonald's saying they need pennies. In fact, Giant Eagle was offering extra money to bring in your pennies and they would pay people for them. So explain what's happening here. Is it just a couple of pennies for, these people, or does it add up quickly for them?
Yeah, I mean, it adds up, especially those that pay with cash. And think about the like you said, the retailers that are wanting to receive the money and give change back, right? So imagine not having the exact change to give back. And this was supposed to not sort of happen until 2026. So this issue, Lindsay, has arose to these retailers much faster than anticipated. And to your point, right now, nobody really has the solution. And like you said, some of them are rounding up. Some cities are not allowed to do that because it's got to equal out just like a balance sheet. And so the best they could do is round down. So now round down to the nearest nickel and imagine millions and millions of transactions and what that could do to bottom lines. This was different, definitely different.
Would it eat into the bottom line, or would they take maybe some of the hit? Does it depend on an item maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it does, but I mean, again, I would think it's profit. If you think about this, if you're rounding down, that means you don't have the change. That means that money is directly coming out of your pocket. So over time, that adds up. I mean, there's no question.
Is it costly for stores and businesses to adjust prices without the option for pennies? Do you think that that's something that is just time consuming for them? Is that why this is catching them off guard?
I do. I think, let's put it to you this way. My guess would be they didn't realize the impact. And do this math, and I'm not sure how aware we are, but in 2000, and I think it was 24, only 16% of all transactions were paid with cash. So if you think about it, I mean, I don't know how much cash you carry around, but if you look at my wallet, there's times I have $5, and so we're such a debit card, credit card heavy culture. And I think it just caught everybody off guard. And I don't think they were prepared to make some of those adjustments to adjust pricing, because I think it did happen much faster than anticipated. And now here we are.
Yeah, the National Retail Federation recently told Reuters that the lack of pennies is impacting retailers in a variety of areas. They're saying urban and suburban and rural areas. So it's not one kind of size-fits-all situation. Should the government step in, or do you think it's too late?
They're done.
Yeah.
It's too late. Yeah, they're done. I mean, I don't even imagine the government getting involved. I mean, this notice was sent out. People have known it was coming, Lindsay. And I don't know, again, how aware we are in the public, but, that was one of, Trump's agendas. President Trump's agenda was to do away with it. If you think about it, he called it waste. And stop and think about this. If it costs 3.7 cents to make a 1 cent penny, start doing the math. And supposedly what this is going to do is actually save the government some money in printing.
Real quick, should we sell our pennies for profit at this point? What would you say as an investment expert?
Yeah, I would. I would take what you can now. And I mean, always think of the term supply and demand. And everybody's like, well, what if pennies, are worth some value? And here's the truth. There's going to be still so many in circulation that we're going to have. I would leverage what you have now, personally.
All right, good to know. Good to get your 2 cents or a few cents. Maybe it's worth a little more than that now, because it is, yeah. We'll talk about pennies maybe a little bit more, but we've got lots of other things to talk about in terms of big investments. We'll catch up with you soon. Thank you for being here.
You got it. Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks, Lindsay.